Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Before we get into this episode, we would just like to remind you all that the topics openly discussed here are our personal opinions along with research made ahead of time. We simply want to educate and present viable facts that are suitable for everyone, and we are certain that we don't want this to be a representation of bias. If you still wish to take part in this episode, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. I hope you all are doing well and safe. Again, I'm Ali.
And I'm Josh, and we welcome you back to Uragon, your power to vote.
Let's not forget to mention our dear listeners, the Cornerstone students and ANCOP scholars listening in right now, and even our friends, right? And Josh, did you know? By the way, on February 25, at time of recording, which is tomorrow, we are going to celebrate, rather, the anniversary of the EDSA revolution.
Wait, already?
Yeah.
Feels like February has been really fast, but how long has it been since that's a revolution?
It happened on Feb 25, 1986. So it's been quite a while, no?
2022 minus 1986. I think that makes like 36 years already.
Exactly. My goodness. Think about it. Think about the power, us Filipinos have in our hands.
That's the power of the voices of Filipinos.
Exactly. I know. So anyway, our subject for this part of the podcast will be about how to keep up with the government in maintaining political engagement.
And before we get right into the topic, as usual, we would like to reiterate that Uragon, Your Power to Vote, is a project that advocates for voters' education. We aim to spread the message of fair and just voting to the youth who are about to vote in the elections this year.
But before we start, Josh, I have another bugtong for you up my sleeve.
I think you can just not roll up the sleeve and don't give me a bugtong. But sige, let's go.
Paano gusto ko, man? No, it's already ready. Alright, so let's get started. Nakatindig ng walang paa. May tiyan pero walang bituka.
Is it the thing?
Yes. It's something you use every day.
Chair?
No.
Is it small or big?
No. Oh my gosh, ito. I have a hint. It could be small. It could be medium. I don't know. It depends. But I have a hint. Dali lang ah. So, iniinuman mo.
Baso.
Tama,
right?
Tama. Yeah,
Okay.
Exactly. Now that we're all fired up, thank you to the ever-loving Riddles and thank you, Google, for supplying me with that bugtong. We can now proceed to our first segment on keeping up with our government when it comes to political engagement. We all know what our government is like. Again, as mentioned in the previous episode, we are democratic. And we surely love it like that. But do we really know what to do with the democracy or the fact that we are citizens of the Philippines?
Well, the way I see it, sometimes we forget what democracy is. Like, we go overboard thinking we could just dismiss, loathe, or burn the government because we're just tired of them or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, that's true. But in the recent years, we've seen the limit of our democracy when it comes to our capability. The capability of the government is to make the right decision when COVID hit our nation, What's worse was that because of the seemingly poor decisions our government made, or our lack of preparation, led to the devastation of many of our fellow citizens, rather, and even our economy.
Yeah, and I mean, as you can see, until now, we're still doing online schooling, whereas other countries are already, but
He's going to school.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Well, actually,
jealous,
I think it's starting up. I think it's starting up already a bit, which is nice to see.
You're right.
Limited class lang.
Because DepEd has trial schools already that are going back to school, doing hybrid learning, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and it just really makes you wish that our country could be better because, you're thinking of all these things because the elections are coming on May. So you want to vote for the betterment of our country. You want to hope and pray for a great leader, but, sometimes you're unsure of who to vote for. And all we need to know is that you have to vote. But how important is it to vote? What does it do? How impactful is it, your vote and your voice?
Well, from what you said, I think the question that stands right now is, do you believe in the power of a vote, or your vote, rather?
In the past podcast sessions we defined what the government is. Although short and not gonna lie, NGL, copied from a dictionary and formed by extensive research, we could already understand, grasp the authority and the hefty job the people in the government are doing.
I absolutely agree with you. But what about political engagement? What does it mean? What sources would define it? Well, I'm here to tell you that political participation that includes a broad range of activities through which people develop and express their opinions on the world and how it is governed, and try to take part in and shape the decisions that affect their lives. These activities, there are so many. These could range from developing thinking about disability or other social issues at the individual or family level, joining disabled people's organizations or other groups and organizations, and campaigning at the local, regional, or national level to the process of formal politics, such as, again, voting, joining a political party, or standing for elections.
You know what? Grabe, ang haba. But if you could understand it, it only makes sense na it meshes perfectly with the definition of government. So, how about voting? Here's the definition for voting then. A formal indication of a choice between two or more candidates or courses of action expressed typically through a ballot or a show of hands or by voice.
Exactly. Very, very well said. So, now that you have that, are you all seeing it? The bigger picture? That the definitions are perfectly colliding with each other. If you think about a circle, all it would take are these three words: participation, vote, government. Mind you, it rotates because this is how a democracy works. If we didn't participate in political agendas, issues, and talks, we wouldn't get to vote. And our vote wouldn't equate to the betterment of our government.
There are thousands of candidates vying for at least 18,000 posts across the country. And there are at least 5 major candidates for the presidency. Bongbong Marcos Jr., the son of the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos, is leading local surveys here.
Dapat na po ay pagpatuloy ang ating kilusan hanggang tayo'y makatagumpay.
Analysts say he's been using social media to rewrite history for many years. Vice President Leni Robredo is leading the fight for the opposition. Before joining government, she was a human rights lawyer and a development worker. Her campaign theme, Radical Love, has garnered widespread support across the country. But her biggest challenge, how to fight the widespread disinformation attacks thrown against her.
Kaya, tara na, ipanalo na natin ito.
Senator Ping Lacson has the longest experience in government among all the candidates. He was chief of police and he was also senator for many years. But many question his human rights record and his support for the controversial anti-terror law. Mayor Isko Moreno's story is quintessentially Filipino. As a boy, he scavenged for food before becoming a popular actor.
We wish for better things for our people. Sana makaraos na tayo sa pandemyang ito. Yun ang pinaka-importante ngayon, yung buhay at kabuhayan ng tao.
His performance as Manila mayor has inspired so many, and many see him as a formidable candidate. But many also question whether he is truly ready for the presidency. Renowned boxer Manny Pacquiao says God will pave the way for him to become president, just like in his boxing career.
Samahan ninyo ako dahil ang laban ni Manny Pacquiao hindi laban lang sa sarili ko, laban sa pamilya, kundi laban ng bawat Pilipino.
This election is no different. Patronage politics remain rooted in the country's electoral system. Most candidates are using money, popularity, and family connections to get elected.
Hey, Ali,
I think I know where this is going.
are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, you're right.
Is this?
I guess I just have to give it.
Bugtong ba to? Is this another one? Is this another one? Yeah, go, please.
Sige, ready?
Yes, I'll try.
Ang anak ay nakaupo na, ang inay gumagapang pa.
Huh?
Any guesses?
Huh? Parang, wait, it sounds like it's, para siyang insect. Di ko maintindihan. Bigla na lang may gumagapang. Ano to? Ipis? Ganun ba? Ipis? Ipis ba?
No. Maybe it crawls on this thing. Maybe.
Crawls. Please, I need a hint. Can you give me another hint?
Something that you would place in the kitchen or maybe in the fridge.
So is it food, appliance?
Yes, it's a food.
It's food. It's food. So from what you said a while ago, are you suggesting that it what grows on vines or something like that? I don't know.
Something like that, yes. You're on the right track naman.
It could be a tomato. Is it a tomato?
Wait, let me check. Let me check with my sources. Same
Sources.
family, same family.
Same family. But the tomato's a fruit. Wait, it's not a
Wait, is it?
vegetable.
Vegetable pala.
Dali. If it's not a tomato, is it a squash? Kalabasa? I don't know.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ang galing.
Grabe. Hey, that was a total brain fart. I wouldn't have thought nakalabasa yun ha. So, okay, nagising talaga ako dun. So, I think I'm ready to start with the next topic. What do you think, Josh?
You know what? I think I'm ready to start. So, for our next topic, we'll be talking about things that you, yes, you, the listener or the viewer, could be engaged in, politically engaged in. So, I know that it's hard to see the whole of the government, what they've truly done, and some of the unknown underground things that some of our leaders have done behind our backs. But we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we really aren't going to talk about that. That's quite controversial, actually. And yes, if anything, I feel like some leaders would rather not publicize what they do, like projects or other things that they do, I think, well, personally, I think it's fine. But again, that's quite controversial. And we would love to talk about that. But what about the idea of stepping back from the limelight and relaxing? Wouldn't it be, nice to, for once, remove our biases towards everyone in the government?
True. It would be a nice time to put down our pitchforks and maybe get your thumbs off the keyboard because, a break would be amazing, especially for all those people on the internet. But, if you think about it, what would an unbiased mind contribute when you engage politically?
Very good observation. Actually, I think it would do a lot of things. This is like when you are stressing out over doing a paper and you sip your favorite drink and feel instantly relaxed. That's how it is. Clearing the mind from biased opinions, perspectives, and ideals can help us think better, see better, and judge better. Through the means of social media, newspapers, news, TV, and radio, we become aware of what's happening in our government. Josh, I think you know what's coming. Yeah.
Cut off na
Hi.
ba?
No. I have another riddle up my sleeve.
Ay, cut off na.
Ay, grabe.
Sige, go. Shoot.
Malambot na parang ulap. Kasama ko sa pangarap. Ano ba? May hugot yata ako dito eh.
Pangarap. Well, malambot na parang ulap. Kasama ko sa pangarap. Maybe cotton candy? I don't know.
Kinakain mo yun eh. You could sleep with it beside you, but dude, it will just dissipate in the morning. Magiging melted sugar na lang yan.
Pangarap ko kasi kainin yung cotton candy. I never had one before, so...
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Dude, you're missing out. No.
Yeah. Maybe I'll order sa Grab kung may ganun. But anyway, back to the riddle. Malambot na parang ulap kasama sa pangarap. So, kasama sa pagtulog, I'm guessing. Pillow.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Before we wrap things up, Josh, I have a question for you.
What's the question?
Are you ready to vote?
Might I say I'm ready and confident to vote?
Okay, I see you. Okay.
How about you? You asked me, but how about you, Ali? Are you ready to vote?
Actually, that's a really good question, partner. Not gonna lie, I actually think I'm quite ready. But, I still have my hindrances. Again, I'm unsure. And I just want to learn all the facts. But yes, I think I'm quite ready.
Syempre, dapat you know the facts muna. That's great to hear na you're ready to vote as well. And you know what? Not only us two dapat should be ready to vote. Viewers, comment down below or isigaw nyo lang sa sarili nyo. Are you ready to vote? Ay, I can hear it from here.
Nahanda na kayo. Grabe. Your ears, man. Okay. I hope so too. I hope that the viewers are also ready to vote. Kasama na rin dito ang mga ever-loving and cute groupmates natin and to our friends and supporters and family listening in right now. I hope that everyone has gained insight and ideas on how they could be involved and engaged one way or another in politics, especially now. Again, don't forget, guys, every vote counts. Please, even if you think that your voice may be insignificant, please remember that your thoughts and opinions are valid.
That is true. Retweet.
Retweet. Oh my God. But anyway, I hope all of you learned something today. Once again, thank you to everyone who has tuned in today to this episode, to the ANCOP scholars and Cornerstone students, and to our dear friends and supporters. Thank you again for listening. And we hope that you guys have learned something from today's session. Once again, I'm Ali.
And I'm Josh, and you've been listening to Uragon, your power to vote. Bye, viewers. Stay safe and have a wonderful day or night. Bye, guys. Annyeong.
Bye, guys.